All right. This like they lead you off. Number 8 is about as hard of a question that exists in algebra 2. So we're over here to the Jamboard so I can write a little bit more neatly because that's so important for this. We're going to complete the square and we're going to get the 13 and write it over there as positive 13. So the first step in these is just to reorder. So 3x squared plus 6x, and then I'm going to create a space, and then plus 5y squared minus 20y. I'm going to create a space equals 13. Okay. Now, before I complete the square, I want to factor because I do not want to complete the square with our a not equal to 1. So now, half of 2 is 1. 1 squared is 1. But I didn't add 1. I added 3 times 1. So I have to add 3 to that side. Okay, half of negative 4 is 2. Squared negative 2, and I get 4. But I didn't add 4 to that side. I added 5 times 4. So I got to add 20 to this side. Okay? So remember, since this one and this one do not have the same coefficients, this is not going to be a circle. So when we're done, this is going to have to be an ellipse. Okay? So that's what we want it to look like. We're trying to make it look like that. So what does it look like now? Well, this is 3 times x plus 1 squared plus 5 times y minus 2 squared equals 36. Oh, nice. Ugh. Okay. So we want it to equal 1. So now we're going to divide everything by 36. Okay. And this is where it's going to get tough. So this is just 1/12. So you're going to get x plus 1 squared over 12 plus. Now, the best thing I can say, I mean, I'm going to have you guys use it as decimals. I mean, the easiest way that you can think about this is divide this by 5 and you get 1. But then if you divide 36 by 5, you get 7. So just for now, this is tacky. Mathematicians hate decimals and fractions. But for now, just do it. Now, like the alternative is you could just have on the bottom, you could have had this be 36 fifths. That's what 7.2 is. But now we've got fractions on fractions, and I think that's more confusing to you guys than I think that's more confusing to you guys than the decimal in there. Okay. So now we know that a squared is 12 and b squared is 7.2. Okay. So then a is radical 12 and b is, well, it's radical 7.2, or it's just radical 36 over 5, which is 6 over radical 5. This is way too complicated. All right, so now look, sketch the circle. Well, I can do that. It's centered at left 1, up 2. Okay, that's the center. Okay, and to find out our foci, That's going to be a squared minus b squared. So 12 minus 7.2. So c is radical 4.8. So it's like about 2.2. So our foci is going to be here. That one will be negative. Sorry, it's going to be -1 plus radical 4.8 comma 2. And this foci is going to be -1 minus radical 4.8. I can't get this, comma 2. And then we know that square root of 12 is, our foci, this is going to look like this. It's going to be wider in the x direction than it is in the y direction. Again, this is probably as hard as you could ever ask, and I don't think I would put one with decimals in the denominator on the test because it honestly is just too long to do and too hard to grade. But I asked you to do it, so I wanted to provide you some help. It's a tough problem. Boom.